plant. So till the previous class, in the previous class we was discussing about the concept of seed. Am I right? We was discussing about the concept of seed, and related with the seed, some of the information we have discussed in the previous class. We know that the seed is the final product of the sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Sexual reproduction in flowering plant में finally हमें क्या मिलने वाला है? We got a seed, and that seed will germinate into the new offspring, that means the new baby plant. And these seeds have certain structure. In the structure of seed there are three components. The first component is the seed coat, the second component is the cotyledons, and the third component is the embryo that it contains, which will germinate into the new plant. Then related with the seed, the two terms, the seed viability and seed dormancy, we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss the importance of seed. If you remember, there are only certain plants that have seeds. सिर्फ कुछ ही पौधों में seeds बनते हैं, हाँ? सभी में seed नहीं बनते. Then the plant that have the seeds, they are included into spermatophyta. उनको हमने किस में बांटा है? उसको हमने रखा है spermatophyta में. That can be further categorized into gymnosperms and angiosperms. So कुछ ही प्लांट में सीड्स हैं, और फिर जब आप अपने आसपास देखते हो तो आपको देखने को मिलता है कि द मेंबर ऑफ स्पर्मेटोफाइटा आर द प्लांट दैट आर डोमिनेटिंग एट दिस टाइम. यही वो प्लांट है जो इस समय अर्थ के ऊपर डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं. क्या आपको ज्यादातर एंजियोस्पर्म जिम्नोस्पर्म देखने को मिलते हैं, या एल्गी, ब्रायोफाइट्स और टेरिडोफाइट्स देखने को मिलते हैं? कौन से प्लांट ज्यादातर देखने को मिलते हैं?
एंजियोस्पर्म and gymnosperm.
Yes, that's because they have seeds. So that seed is so important for them. What kind of importance the seed have for them? The first importance is this of the seed. It provides protection to embryo. Variety of seeds you have seen in your life. बहुत अलग अलग तरह के seeds आपने अपनी लाइफ में देखे होंगे. Variety of cereals that you eat, variety of pulses that you eat. इतने अलग अलग तरह के आप फ्रूट्स खाते हैं. आज के टाइम पे कौन सा फ्रूट आ रहा है मार्केट में? द मैंगो इज देयर. तो इन सभी के सीड जब आप देखते हो तो यू विल फाइंड दैट इन मेजॉरिटी ऑफ केसेस द सीड हैव अ टफ सीड कोट. सीड के बाहर क्या प्रेजेंट होता है? बहुत टफ सीड कोट प्रेजेंट होता है, एंड दैट सीड कोट प्रोवाइड्स द प्रोटेक्शन टू द एम्ब्रियो व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट इनसाइड इट. वो जो सीड कोट है वो उसके अंदर प्रेजेंट एम्ब्रियो को प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड करने का काम करता है. So the first importance of the seed is to provide the protection to the embryo. Second thing, when we was discussing about the structure of seed, तो एक component हमने seed का discuss किया था, that was the cotyledon. और cotyledon के अंदर क्या present होता है? It contain reserve food material. Am I right? Cotyledons
Yes,
contain the reserve food material. That means the structure of seed is adapted in such a way that it contains the reserve food material, and this reserve food material can be utilized by the germinating embryo. The embryo which is going to be germinate after the sowing the seed, तो वो initially खुद का nourishment खुद को provide नहीं कर सकता, and that is why the seed have the reserve food material that will provide the initial nutrition to the embryo for the germination. Now the third thing, now can you tell me the major difference between the plants and animals? Plants और animals में कुछ major difference अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं तो क्या बताओगे?
Sir, mobility.
Yes, movability. So animals can move and plant cannot move. बट देखो बेटा, एक आम का पेड़ मेरे घर के पास है, बट एक दूसरा आम का पेड़ मेरे घर से 2 किलोमीटर दूर भी देखने को मिलता है. आम का पेड़ तो खुद मूव करके अपने सीड्स को वहां सो नहीं कर सकता. देन हाउ द न्यू मैंगो ट्री जर्मिनेट 2 किलोमीटर अवे फ्रॉम माई होम? इट इज ड्यू टू द मैकेनिज्म विच इज कॉल्ड सीड डिस्पर्सल. So these seeds which contain the embryo, they have different dispersal mechanism. They can be dispersed with the help of air, they can be dispersed with the help of water, they can be dispersed with the help of animals also. And due to this seed dispersal, इस seed dispersal mechanism की वजह से ही plant gets an opportunity to colonize new habitat. प्लांट्स को मौका मिलता है कि वो एक नए हैबिटेट को कॉलोनाइज कर पाए. द सीड, द occurrence of seeds provides this opportunity to the seed plant so that they can acquire the new habitat. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fourth importance of the seed. We have talked about the variation. Now who will tell me what are the variations? Who will tell me what are the variations? If you are aware about the previous classes, yes?
So it's something which helps the plant to.
So the
Plant
genetic
to-
changes that occurs due to the cross combination of two chromosomes is known as variation.
Yeah, that kind of thing. The differences in characters due to the blending of genetic material of two different parents. So the seed that we are talking about, it contains the embryo, and that embryo gets the genetic material of two parents. Thus, the new generation that is going to be developed after the seed germination, it will not identical to any of the parent but have certain differences. That means the formation of seed provides a opportunity of the occurrence of variation. Seed का बनना variation पैदा होने की एक opportunity provide करता है. And you know very well these variations are helpful for adapting in changing environment. ये variation बदलते हुए environment में adaptation में help करते हैं. So here you get an idea the seed is important. Why? Because the formation of seeds provides an opportunity for the occurrence of variations, and these variations helps the seed plant to adapt in the changing environment. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So these are the four ways by which the seeds are important for plants. They provide protection to the embryo, they have reserved food material for the germination of embryo, they help the plant to colonize the new habitat, and they provide the opportunity for the appearance of variation. तो ये तो चार तरीके हो गए जिनमें सीड किसके लिए important मिल रहा है हमें. It is founding to be important for the plant. But fifth way that we are going to talk, in this way you will see the seeds are so important for us. अगर तुम्हें अगले साल गेहूं की फसल उगानी है तो उसके लिए तुम्हें क्या चाहिए?
Seeds.
Seeds you require. That means the seeds that are produced by the plant as a result of sexual reproduction, they are the base of agriculture. जो हमारा पूरा एग्रीकल्चर है, it is completely based on the seeds. और आपको पता है पहले ह्यूमन सिविलाइज नहीं थे. The human start becoming civilized after the appearance of agriculture. Agriculture जब ह्यूमन ने शुरू किया उसी के बाद ह्यूमन civilized होने शुरू हुए. That means the seeds are the base of agriculture and thus they are the base of civilization also. So these are the different ways how the seeds are important for humans, and by this the topic of seed is completed here. After seed, now we are going to discuss the last product, the last post fertilization event. हमने कहा था कि after fertilization the zygote will transform into embryo. पढ़ लिया. The primary endosperm nucleus will transform in endosperm, that we have discussed development of endosperm. Then the ovule will transform into seed. How it will transform, what are seeds, what are their structure, what are the types, we have discussed. Now can anyone tell me after fertilization what will happen to the ovary? Ovary का क्या होता है? How it will transform after fertilization? Yes,
Fruit.
it will transform into the fruit. So now we are going to discuss about the fruit. Actually, because as you said, the after fertilization the ovary get transforms into the fruit. So you could see the ripened ovary is your fruit. पकी हुई ovary, that means after fertilization the ovary get ripened into the fruit. Now when the ovary is going to be ripened into the fruit, so you know very well कुछ इस तरह की ovary होती है बेटा. ये ovary की wall है, ये ओवरी के अंदर कैविटी है, वॉल में प्लेसेंटा है जिससे अटैच्ड ओव्यूल है, कुछ इसी तरह की स्ट्रक्चर है ना? Am I right? Am I right or not? This is the ovary, this is the wall of ovary, this is the ovule inside the ovary. Is it visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will happen after fertilization? The zygote which is there inside the ovule, it will transforms into embryo. This ovule will transform into the seed, and this ovary will transform into the fruit. And when the ovary is going to be transformed into the fruit, the wall of ovary will transform into the wall of fruit, and that is called pericarp. What it is called? Pericarp. The wall of ovary after fertilization, as the ovary is transforming into fruit, so the wall of ovary will transform into the pericarp. Now जब आप अपने आसपास फ्रूट्स देखते हो बेटा, तो फ्रूट्स दो तरह के हैं. मुझे जल्दी से बताओ कि खजूर और मैंगो में क्या फर्क है? What is the difference between the khajur and mango? Very simple it is, beta.
So seeds.
No, both are having the seeds. सोचो.
Sir, एक ड्राई फ्रूट है.
Yes, repeat.
सर एक ड्राई फ्रूट है.
Yes. So fruits are of two types. Some of them are dry fruits, some of them are fleshy fruits. So in case of fleshy fruits, this pericarp can be further differentiated into three parts. इस पेरिकार्प को हम फर्दर तीन पार्ट में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. द आउटर मोस्ट इज इपिकार्प, द मिडिल वन इज मीजोकार्प, and the innermost one is the endocarp. Only in case of fleshy fruits like mango and etc. मैंगो जब आप लोग खाते हो तो आपने देखा होगा एक बाहर का छिलका होता है येलो कलर का जो आप उतारते हो, that is epicarp. The part of mango that you eat, it is mesocarp, and the part of mango which is covered over the seed, मैंगो की गुठली के ऊपर जो एक हार्ड कवरिंग होती है, that is the endocarp. So got it? So in case of fleshy fruit, the pericarp, the wall of fruit, can be further differentiated into three parts: epicarp, mesocarp, and the endocarp. Is it clear?
सर एक बार दोबारा बता दीजिए.
बेटा fruits दो तरह के हैं ना. When the ovary get ripened into the fruit, so wall of ovary get transforms into pericarp. Now pericarp in case of fleshy fruit can be divided into three parts. जैसे fruit आपका बन गया, इसके अंदर ये सीड है, तो जो आपका फ्लैशी फ्रूट है लाइक मैंगो, तो इसमें पेरिकार्प तीन पार्ट में डिफरेंशिएटेड है. जो छिलका है उसका मैंगो का, दैट इज एपिकार्प. जो हिस्सा मैंगो का हम फीड करते हैं, दिस इज मीजोकार्प. और सीड के ऊपर भी एक लेयर होती है मैंगो के, एंड दैट पार्ट इज कॉल्ड एंडोकार्प. इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the transformation of ovary into fruit. Now in majority of cases में, when the fruit get developed after fertilization, जब fertilization के बाद fruit develop होता है, so it is entirely developed with the help of ovary. That means fruit के development में सिर्फ और सिर्फ only ovary participate. And thus, because in these fruits only ovary participates in the formation of fruits, so they are called true fruits. What they are called? True fruits. But on the other hand, there are certain examples where in addition to the ovary के साथ साथ some other floral part, कुछ और फ्लावर के पार्ट भी. For example, thalamus. Do you know what is thalamus? You know, this is the ovary, and ovary is placed on a swollen part of pedicle. पेडिकल इज द स्टॉक बाय विच द फ्लावर इज अटैच्ड. इसके डिस्टल एंड पे एक स्वेलन पार्ट होता है, दिस इज कॉल्ड थैलेमस, एंड दिस इज योर ओवरी. So you could see in some flowering plant, in the development of fruit, in addition to the ovary, thalamus also participate. That means other floral part also participate. So these kind of fruits in which the other floral part also participate, they are called false fruits. What they are called? False fruit. The examples are apple, strawberry, एंड कैश्यूज. काजू, स्ट्रॉबेरी और सेब, ये वो एग्जांपल्स हैं जिनमें फ्रूट के डेवलपमेंट में ओवरी के साथ साथ थैलेमस भी पार्टिसिपेट करता है. सो हाउ यू विल कैटेगराइज दीज फ्रूट्स, एज ट्रू फ्रूट्स और फॉल्स फ्रूट? कैसे कैटेगराइज करेंगे इन फ्रूट्स को आप? दे आर ट्रू फ्रूट्स और फॉल्स फ्रूट्स. एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir.
सो अगर एप्पल, स्ट्रॉबेरी और रेस्ट बोलो,
false fruit.
they all are the false fruits.
Or
Okay, so by this the process of sexual reproduction in flowering plant is completed here. सारे ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, सारे पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन चेंजेस हमने डिस्कस कर लिए. बट कल भी मैंने एक बात आपको बोली थी कि साइंस में कुछ भी यूनिवर्सल नहीं होता. देयर आर एक्सेप्शंस. So the entire process of sexual reproduction in flowering plant that we have discussed, it also has exceptions. इसमें भी कई बार कुछ exceptions देखने को मिलते हैं. That means कुछ flowering plant ऐसे हैं जो इसी method से sexual reproduction नहीं करते, but they show some variation in this process. इस process में कुछ variations देखने को मिलते हैं. And the first variation in the sexual reproduction in flowering plant is called parthenocarpy. What it is called? Parthenocarpy. What is parthenocarpy? इसको समझने के लिए सबसे अच्छा